It's housekeeping time.
One of my neighbours walked by when I was doing that housekeeping intro. They didn't say anything, but by jings they ran up the hall quickly and locked themselves inside their apartment. On to the housekeeping issues. First, I hope you've had a chance to look at the collaboration I've done in the last week with Scott, username Scotty2Hotty. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of editing. I think the next thing I do, I'm going to make sure there's less editing required. With that in mind, I actually have a script of my own that I want to work on with some people. The script that I worked on with Scott, that was his. It was a really good script and it was worth doing. Now, this is an old script of mine from back in the pre-internet dark ages when I was at college. It was actually done as a radio play. It was inspired by a radio broadcast done years ago, back in the 30s, by Orson Welles. He did a dramatisation of the famous H.G. Wells science fiction novel, The War of the Worlds, where he basically said Martians were invading the US. And goodness gracious me, people believed it. It caused a panic. It was a great big kerfuffle. Sort of thing that people would die for these days. They wish they could get that sort of spoof. Lonely Girl 15. She's a descendant of H.G. Wells and Orson Welles. Anyway, the premise of my script is that Orson Welles was indeed telling the truth. Extraterrestrials had actually landed on Earth, and it was all being covered up. That's why he had to say he was doing a fake broadcast when he was actually doing a real broadcast, because the authorities covered the whole thing up. And all these years later, the truth was being discovered. And what better medium for the truth than YouTube? So, after I dig out the script from whatever drawer I've buried it in, I'm going to post a few details. The character types I want people to volunteer for. If you would like to get involved, you can drop me a message now in the comments, private message, whatever. And when I'm ready, I'll start messaging people saying, I want you to do this character type. And there will be a script which you won't have to stick to. You can use the script as a guideline. You can do it completely as yourself, inspired by the script, or you can do the script if that's how you prefer to do it. What I'm going to do, I haven't really thought this through, I'm just throwing it out there to you. I'm going to do my presentation piece, and I want everyone else's responses as video responses. I might splice them all together into one short film, or I might do my piece with everyone else's submissions as video responses to make the one long chain event, which would be a bit more organic, a bit more YouTube. I've got to think that through a bit more, but I hope a few people are interested, and we'll see where that goes. Second bit of housekeeping, I've had one of my periodic requests for the Angry Aussie theme, the one that I use on the Angry News and on a few other videos. One viewer said, can they get a copy of it? And it comes courtesy of the fantastic NSG Music, and I'm sure he'd like his talent spread far and wide. So I've set up the MP3 on File Factory on this little URL, and I'll put it in the side thing as well, the link. Just go there, download it. I think it stays up for about a week. It's a 5 megabyte MP3, so if you like the Angry Aussie theme, go and download it. That's all the housekeeping issues from now. I will be providing more details about the collaboration as the week goes on, so I hope a few people are interested in joining in, and even if that's not your thing, I hope you enjoy the video when it gets up. Bye for now, and I'll be back again soon.